Hello, I'm Dave,
I'm Kristen.
and this is Accidental Nonsense number 40, episode 40.
Special number
We've been MIA ever since COVID left us, and we've been slacking on actually
for
recording.
like months.
But I got my blue light blocking lens glasses on. You like that?
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm just kidding. Do you believe in that stuff?
What'd you say?
The blue... Do you believe in the blue light blocking glasses that it saves your eyeballs?
You know I do.
You wearing them now?
I think we've talked about this. I wear them at night before, like if I have to be on my computer or something, like before I go to sleep.
Do you have a? Do you? They make blue light blocking like contact lenses?
I don't know. Probably nowadays they probably do.
I'll take them off for the show. You're here though, right? Because your camera kind of froze up a little bit, but I think we're here
Oh,
because that's
oh, I'm here.
okay. Good, because I'm just gonna we'll fight through it, and we'll hopefully this episode will turn out all right. Did you Oh, there was one other thing. Hold up, I was trying to think about oh, what was it before we kick it off? But anyway, that's beside the point. Do you like Nidos?
I like them, but I wish they didn't have the air in the middle.
Is there in the middle?
Like yeah, like squeeze it. I wish it was just all the doughy feeling.
Oh, you
See?
mean there's no extra?
Yeah, because then it would feel better to me. I just want all the squish and no air.
This thing when I was driving to Colorado literally kept me entertained for hours.
Wow.
So shout out to Nido. This episode brought to you by Nido. No, it's
No,
not.
we can't say that.
No, we can't. It's
I
been a
don't know.
minute. What have you been doing?
I have been on some trips and I've just been like working and enjoying life.
Where'd you go?
Where did I go?
Yeah, where
Let's
did you
see.
go?
I've been to Kentucky and back a few times. I've been to Iceland, went to Italy for a little bit. We just got back from Tennessee.
We did. Where at in Italy? That's actually what you wanted to talk about. Is there's a special Christmas thing that
What was it?
uh
Oh, that's
yeah
right.
that you
So
ran in that you ran into.
Christmas just ended, but um when I was in Italy and so up in the north, there's like a lot of like German, Austrian influence, I think, in northern Italy. Anyways, um and if have you heard of Krampus before?
Oh, I love it.
Because you watched that movie, right?
I did not watch the movie. I didn't want to, but I
You
know
never
the
watched
story.
it? It's
No.
actually a pretty good movie because I don't like scary stuff, and it's pretty good.
Is
But
it like heartwarming?
it's so heartwarming. But
Good.
anyways, so Krampus is basically like Santa's evil counterpart, and Santa like brings the presents to all the good boys and girls and stuff, and Krampus is the one who like punishes the bad kids and will like whip them with his
Mhm.
switches, sticks or whatever,
Yeah, little sticks
branches.
basically.
Well, and like sometimes I guess he'll like take the bad children and put them in a basket and like carry them away. So he's kind of like he's half. Maybe you can show a picture
Yeah, I'll
of
see if I
him
can pull one up.
for the video, but he's like half goat, half like demon thing. And he punishes these kids, and I guess he originated in Germany, and Britannica.com says the word Krampus comes from the word Krampen, meaning claw.
Hmm.
Um, so apparently he's the son of Hel, the Norse god of the underworld. And with the spread of Christianity, Krampus became associated with Christmas. And I guess the Catholic Church tried to get him banned because they're like, we don't want this Krampus guy. Um, yeah. So he just like punishes
So
bad children.
He's actually pretty terrifying, though. I mean, look at the. I mean, can you see the
So
picture?
he is freaky, and we can share the picture that I have, but like it was funny because like we went down the little town in the mountain and up in northern Italy. And we saw these like young guys like putting on these furry costumes, and I was like, what the heck are they doing? And then I realized, and then like walking down the street, down a little further, and like all these kids are out, and it's like, I don't know, it's later in the evening, and I'm just like, what are all these kids doing out? And then I was like, oh, that's like they're dressed up as Krampus. So these like young men dressed up as Krampus chase these kids around the street at night and like pretend to like whip them, and like all the kids are running and screaming. And then later on, Krampus got some beers and cigarettes at the bar.
Yeah, so that's
So it was a good one.
so basically, like if you look at these photos, I mean, I would play a video, but it's basically they dress up. Here's a good one. I don't know if you can see that, but they dress up in these different Krampus outfits, right? And then they just walk around town whipping people.
Right. They just pretend. And let me tell you, they get close. I was like, man, what is America doing? Because we're missing out.
Yeah, we could totally have like awesome Krampus
I feel like
parades.
people here would definitely sue.
Oh, there'll be a lawsuit for sure, but I think it'd all be worth it. I mean, like they literally in these other countries, you see videos of them just walking around, just literally whipping them, like whipping
No,
people.
in my video, we can share it, but in my video, like it looks like the guy like hits the kid. Like the kid had to like run out of the way and like jump. But it's funny because I'm like, as a kid, I bet we would have loved that. Because we always liked pretending, like running from things. Like we would literally run and jump from like cars driving by.
Yeah,
So if we actually had some scary monster chasing us, we'd probably like it.
yeah. So here's what I'll do. I'll post like a little like YouTube short of your video, which is only like 14 seconds, but then people could see it.
Yeah, we'll do that.
So that'll be good. So, but yeah, so that was your excitement during Christmas. Mine was a little bit
That
more
was my
mellow. Work for the
only
Salvation Army,
excitement.
just ringing bells.
Yeah, you guys were able to raise some money for
Couple dollars,
help
couple
people
pennies,
out.
helping
Just a couple
helping
pennies.
helping the needy. But we went to Christmas and we've been gone a minute. I mean, I think our last episode. When was our last episode that we did here? I think it was.
It's
I don't know what we can talk. Like, hold up. I just want to make sure I don't calibrate
you won't be.
the Epstein Island 4 months ago. So what was 4 months ago? Uh,
So much
yeah.
has
So
changed in 4
so
months.
much so much has changed. Thanksgiving's coming past. Halloween's coming past. Did you dress up for Halloween? You do that or no?
No, what was I doing on Halloween? I don't remember. I think I went to bed early.
We went to Myrtle Beach. I know I was in
I didn't
well,
do anything.
technically we did it. There's trick or treating here, but we always go down to Myrtle Beach earlier at the campground, and they do a little trick or treat fun, and that's what we did. And then
Hmm.
Thanksgiving and all that other good stuff, normal stuff, busy holiday season, and then we were down in Tennessee like a couple days ago, and it was at what was it? It was Norris Lake, Tennessee. It was
Yes,
nice. I liked the lake house. I thought it was beautiful.
it was nice. A lot of people weren't used to the windy roads.
That's true. People were very scared of the cliff sides, which weren't really much of a cliff sides.
They were like, there was like, the road and then a little ravine.
Yeah, like a little divot.
A little divot. But it
You
scared
know,
some people.
you know
And a
what we
lot of
should do?
people got car sick,
Yeah, the car sick situation
including
was
me.
tough.
I never threw up though. I have you ever thrown up from being car sick?
No, I always just like felt miserable.
I just get nauseous and it's like in my head and I just feel crappy.
Yeah, I think one time we should make a trip to Colorado and they have the $1 million highway. That's supposed to be one of the most dangerous highways in America. We should drive it
Okay.
while we're recording.
Okay.
I think that'll be
That would
fun.
be fun.
But lake house, the great thing, Kristen picked out this lake house for her whole family. It was a great lake house. It was fine. There was nice boat docks, all that stuff.
It was perfect. It was big.
Yeah,
Field of
but
Dreams house. It was big.
there was no the hot water situation was a problem.
I never had an issue with the hot water, but I think I just showered at random times. So it kind of helped me out. Like I either showered like earlier than everyone in the evening or like I shower at night. So maybe that helped. I think everyone was like getting showers in the morning.
I tried at different times. I even tried waking up even super early to try to get a hot shower, but every time I got in the shower, it was cold.
I only had I had a warm shower one day instead of
Yeah.
hot.
And then we went to Starbucks all the time. Actually, I will say this: La Follette, Tennessee. There's a food city that has a Starbucks in the food city, and they made the nitro cold brews the best out of any Starbucks I've ever been to. So shout out
You
to
know, they did a
Food
good
City.
job. And they also had to have like a bunch of orders every time we went.
Yeah, we went every day.
And they did a good job. You know, they were
Yeah,
on top of stuff.
they were great. But it was a good holiday. I guess we just kind of took a break, a 4 month break for the holidays.
We did. You know,
All
for
right.
from Halloween until Christmas
Yeah. I will
and New
say
Year's.
too,
You know,
we took a trip back after, and Kristen, you met us there, but we've been before. We went to one down in Texas, original ones, and then they've been
mhm,
expanding Buc-ee's for different locations. And Kristen went to her
mhm.
first Buc-ee's in
I
Kentucky,
did.
the one in Kentucky. And what was your first thoughts? I mean, I think it's becoming a fad to go to Buc-ee's now in America.
I wish, when I'm on when I'm driving, I don't like to take a lot of time to stop and stuff. So next time I'm in Kentucky, I'm gonna have to drive there and actually like look around the store because this I didn't realize how huge it was. And like you go in if you haven't been to Buc-ee's, and it's huge. They've got it's like Cracker Barrel on steroids. Like they've
A
got
gas
like
station Cracker Barrel.
candies and jerk. Yeah, gas station mixed with Cracker Barrel mixed with like Costco. And
Yeah, it's like Costco. Yeah.
it's like they've got like gifts and like foods. That sandwich, the beef brisket sandwich, was really good.
Oh, it's so quick. You just grab it and go. You don't even gotta wait for it. I
And their
wonder how
jerky
many.
looked really good. Like I would have got some jerky, but I when I'm on like a trip like that, I just like getting to where I'm going as soon as possible. I don't like taking
Yeah.
a long time to
Not wasting
stop.
time. I do
I
wonder
don't.
how many beef briskets they pump out sandwiches like every day. It's gotta be
I'm wondering
thousands.
how many do they have to throw away? Or like
That's
what do they
true.
because they're open 24/7 though. But like, if they're out there for a while, I'm assuming and no one gets them, then they have to like get rid of them somehow. And I wonder what they do with them.
Yeah, I wonder if they have it down to a science where like they know just how much, so it's never they're always gonna have to
I'm
be
sure
going.
they try to for a little bit at least, yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy though. If you've never been to Bucky's, get to Bucky's. It's a pretty wild place, gas station. But I think what makes it good too is like there's no like it's not like a truck stop. It's not for like
Mhm.
truckers. It's just for like average travelers, I guess.
Yeah, your average.
So your
Yeah.
average. So this episode, it's our kickoff episode. I got a couple. There's this little like card things, and they're called burning questions. And I can just go through them. So I think this will be good. We might have already
Hmm.
talked about some. I don't even know which ones I'm going to pull. Some of them might be good. Some of them might be weird or whatever. But we'll just pump through these things because we're back at it. We're
Right.
trying to get back at. Do you remember our first episode? I'm pretty sure our first episode on this podcast, episode one, I had COVID real bad. Do you remember that?
Did you? No, I don't
Back in New
remember that.
York? Yeah. You go back and watch it.
And that's when I was still in China.
Locked up. Yeah, that was most of our
Locked.
episodes. You were locked up. All right, first one. Who was, or I guess maybe is your celebrity crush?
Ooh, who was? It used to be Gerard Butler.
Oh, really?
Hmm.
What is it? What
Maybe
is it
still
now?
is.
Do
He's
you
a bit
have one
old now.
now?
He can get up there. Huh?
I don't have one now, but do you have one now?
Now? Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, why don't you have one?
I don't know. I
Turning
will
over a
say
new leaf.
who was for I don't know why, but for the longest time, Fast and the Furious, the very first one,
Mm-hmm.
The actor, what was her? Oh shoot, that was loud. Did you hear
Well,
that?
she's an Avatar too, right? Is that the one you're talking about?
Wait, Michelle Rodriguez.
Yeah, she's an Avatar too, right?
She is?
She like flies the helicopter or whatever in Avatar, right? I'm pretty
Does
sure.
she? I don't know. Hold up, I'm gonna look. But yeah, Michelle
Let me make
Rodriguez
sure.
was mine for the longest time.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
She flew the helicopter in Avatar too.
She did not Avatar 2, Avatar. Oh, well, like Avatar
Yeah,
also.
yeah. Her. But Fast and the Furious, Michelle Rodriguez.
Yeah, okay. I
So Gerard Butler,
I don't
Michelle Rodriguez. All right, let's go another one. That was good.
but they
All
need
right,
to get married.
imagine. What's something you can't go a day without doing?
Hmm. Um, maybe I think I could go a day without a lot of things.
But what's something you can't go a day without doing?
Showering,
Showering?
brushing my teeth. Brushing my
That's a good
teeth
one.
would probably be before that. Flossing has to be included in that too, because if there's something stuck in my teeth, I'll go insane.
That's true. That's true. Mine, I mean, that's like, yeah, brushing teeth and flossing, that's like, I think for me, probably like breaking my normal routine. So, like, I have a routine now where it's like, I wake up, I have some orange juice, I take the kids to
Mhm.
school, I come back, I sit in my car for about 15 minutes in my driveway just staring out the front window. I come into
Okay.
the house and I shower. I'm back outside on the road by 8:30. I get down to the office. I'm working, whatever, doing what I need to do. Come back home around 4:30. I stop at Starbucks on the way home, get a nitro cold brew. So that's probably something I can't. A nitro cold
You
brew on
do
the way
that
home
on
from
your way
work.
home?
Now I do, yeah,
Why aren't you drinking that earlier in the day?
because it's just not right. Because when I'm on the way home, I'm always like really tired. But in the morning, I got a little bit more energy. But when I'm on the way home, it's like I
But
need
you're
a pick
not
me
going
up.
to get good sleep. You're drinking caffeine too late.
I know. I don't sleep. I go to bed at like 3 o'clock, and I wake back up at 6, and I'm back in.
I
Oh
mean,
shoot.
I don't
Oh
have like a specific routine. I mean, I kind of do, but it can change.
yeah, it adapts, I guess. On vacation, mine's definitely different, but I like to have a routine on my day to day.
Why'd you say, oh?
Oh, I was gonna say, do you remember we didn't talk about because we talked about Norris Lake and the lake monsters and all the swimming and the fun stuff at the cabin and the lake house and all that. But we went to Knoxville. We kind of explored
We did.
Knoxville for like the first time.
And they have a nice little museum.
Their art museum is very nice.
I wouldn't say very, but
No, yeah, me either. I've seen a whole lot
it's a
better.
nice
Cincinnati
little
blows it out of the water.
it's a nice little museum. I was impressed. They had a lot of student artwork, like
No,
high school,
wait.
middle school.
Mo- Most of the art museum was student artwork. You can tell
Okay,
that art museum does not get
90%,
anything.
90% was probably student artwork, but those students were good.
Yeah, it was
They were good.
they were very talented. Yeah, because you could tell that that was an art museum where they don't get a lot of like outside art like donated to them or given to them on loan and stuff like
Right,
that. So it was had to be very
right.
much local based, which was nice. And then we had at
Calhoun's.
Calhoun's barbecue place, which it was the one
That
on the
was
river if you've been to Knoxville, and that was good. Yeah, I
that
liked
was
it.
nice.
Liked it. And then
Riverside,
basketball's
and then we
all right.
left.
And then we left, and yeah, that was it. Then we had to get back, but it was good. What's the one thing that people always misunderstand about you?
Mm, I don't know about nowadays. What before? I don't know. I don't know about now. I haven't gotten this in a while. People used to think I was like not angry, but maybe not
Disturbed.
appro- maybe not approachable. I don't know. They thought I was like I didn't come across as someone who would maybe be their friend.
Yeah, you didn't come across as nice.
Okay. But I don't know if I wouldn't say that that's the case now. I think I got that enough from people that I was like, I need to start like smiling more or something.
Yeah.
But misunderstand, I don't know if there's anything.
See, I guess it's like maybe it's more of like what someone doesn't know about you. And we talked about this in the car ride home
I mean,
from
people
Knoxville.
tend to think I'm like probably pretty quiet.
Yeah, quiet and kind of like stuck in her ways.
Who thinks I'm stuck in my ways?
No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. On my way to Knoxville, on our way back to Knoxville, we talked about this. I would say for me, or maybe it's like I'm just going to answer it as in terms of like who people don't know about me. Is I'm an art guy. I'm very much so an art guy. Was it I said?
We were on our way to
Like
Knoxville, and David was just
back from
like,
Knoxville.
I love art museums. I just love them. You wouldn't think that by looking at me, but I am very much so. You liked it. You liked it a lot.
I did. I do. I love art. It's just like so relaxing to me. Like I used to sneak away to
You're a
Cincinnati because it was free.
classy dude.
I'm like an old art guy. I'm a classy dude. All right. What's the longest you've ever gone without taking a shower? We'll do some more of these. Rapid fire.
A day and a half.
A day and a half? That's it. That's
2 days max. 2 days max. I
Two
can't. I
days
have a
max.
problem. I have a problem where, say I shower, I think 2 days max. Say I showered, and then if I could literally have not even left my house, and I just can't, I feel dirty, and I have to get another shower.
Dang. You're not gonna like my answer.
What?
I've gone probably like a week and a half. On vacation though, because I assume that like all the swimming in like the swimming pools and the
Oh, snap.
oceans is kind of cleansing things up. You know?
Not how it works.
I mean, I wish it would. All right. Out of the positive
That's good.
emotions of like it says out of the positive emotions of compassion, positivity, enthusiasm, and initiative, which one is your biggest strength? I'm guessing out of those four. Compassion,
Mine,
positivity, enthusiasm, or initiative.
positivity.
You choose positivity. I thought I was saying mine's initiative. I don't think it has been. It was like 5 years ago, but definitely now. I feel like I got a lot of initiative on my side.
It's on your side. Or enthusiasm, but like it's probably more like I could look at like a sucky like situation maybe, or like I don't know. And I feel like I'm pretty good at being like, it's okay, like go with the
Yeah,
flow, like positive, like
keep it
with
positive.
only with certain things. With other things, I'm like, I'm gonna die, like,
It's all
like health
negative.
stuff, or like something. I'm on a plane, I just assume I'm going to
It's gonna
die.
crash. Oh,
Oh,
yeah, I'm the same way, but I often think like in my normal day to day, like I'm pretty positive, but like we were, for example, at the lake house, for some reason I started thinking about what if this house has a gas explosion? Like my life would just end in a split second.
I
I'll have
know,
no control over like saving. But that's okay though. That's okay to be that way.
right? It's
All right.
sure. Speaking of
Out.
plane crashes, I just
Oh,
watched a movie on Netflix. And had
say
you ever heard of the Flight 571? I think it was like that crashed in like the 70s, I think.
no.
So there's this flight. I think it was going from Uruguay to Chile or something, but it was like these rugby players were like going somewhere, and it ends up crashing in the mountains. And Netflix has a movie on it. So it's kind of interesting because I just got back into this podcast. Um, what's it called? Why am I blanking? Against the Odds by Wondery.
Hmm.
And it's really good. It's all about like these crazy survival stories and stuff. And the most recent one was on the Donner Party. And so I just got back into this podcast, and anyways, it's like the Donner Party thing. And then I watched this movie on Netflix, which is like very similar vibes to just like these different episodes that I've listened to on Against the Odds and stuff. And
Right.
it's originally in Spanish. But basically they have to go to extreme measures because the place where they crash, I don't want to give anything away, but like the place, I mean, it's an old thing, that it's a true story. Like the wherever they crashed in the Andes Mountains, like there's just snow. Like there's no,
Yeah.
I don't even know if there was animals. If there were animals, it's not like they had hunting equipment. Like, you know, there's like tons of snow, so it's not they're gonna like can't like dig down and like eat grass or whatever. They're like up on the top of a mountain. Anyways, it was just wild. But their flight went down. Only I forget how many people ended up surviving. Obviously, a lot of people died.
Right.
But it was wild. And then yesterday, I was watching some more recent like news stories where they interviewed some of the survivors and they talk about their experience. And I mean, you'll find this out. This is like spoiler alert, so skip ahead a few seconds if you don't want to know anything. If you're
No,
gonna
don't
watch
do
the
it.
movie.
You could.
It
Yeah,
was
let's do
called
it.
like Snow Prisoner or something on Netflix, but they
Oh.
have
Oh.
they end up eating some of the people who had died to survive.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. And I have a question. I
Oh,
asked this in Tennessee to a couple
but,
people, but
but nobody
do
listened.
you think you would do that if you were in that situation, or would you just like let yourself starve to death? They already
Before
died.
I before I answer, I think I know. I literally added it to my list on Netflix yesterday. Was it called Society of the Snow?
Yes, I got the name
Yeah.
completely wrong.
Okay.
Society of
Yep.
the Snow.
I was looking it up. If I had to eat somebody to survive, oh shoot, I don't know,
It's a
man.
good
Or
movie. It's a good movie.
is it like me now?
You're not in your house with a grocery store down the street.
No, like no, like for example, like I think I would do it if there was no other way, just so I can get back to my kids.
Sure. Make it
But
about the kids.
but yeah, I need somebody. I probably, you know what? Once you get over the fact that it's a person, it's like this is just some tough jerky.
Well, it's really interesting because like the person they interviewed, because obviously like the stuff happened with the Donner Party and like whatever,
Hmm.
and I don't know how many other cases there are of like cannibalism and stuff. But the people they interviewed, they're older now. The one guy, he was very adamant. He was like, if you were on that mountain in that scenario, on that plane, like on the plane that crashed and that was happening to you, he was like, 100% you would have done the same thing. Because
Yeah,
he's like, it's kind of one of those things where you don't know what you would do or like have to do until you're in that situation.
right. And then anybody can say like, "Oh, I'll do this, I'll do that." I would never do that. But then
And
you're in the midst of it.
right. And in the movie, they kind of portray it as like some people they know they're about to die, like whether they're injured or they're sick, they're starving, whatever.
Right.
They know they're about to die. And at least in the movie, um, how they portray it is they're almost like they want their friends to like use my body how you need or whatever, because it's like,
Right.
so that's my second question.
So they give
If you
consent.
were in that situation, whether it was with friends, say it's just friends,
Yeah, we're all
um,
best friends.
and you knew you were all best friends, or even not, it's just like strangers. But like,
Strangers.
would you be okay with other people eating you if you died?
Yeah, I think I'd be fine with it because I think the whole thing about it is, say you're dead. It's like, how would you even
Right.
know?
Well, I would be completely okay. I would be like, hey, I hope I taste good. Like, because I'm like, if I die, you might as well not die. Like, at least, like, I could, like, die and potentially save you
Right.
along the way.
I think I would want them to really like. I don't want them to like rush through it though. Like if I die and they're cooking, I want them to actually like sit down, right? Pray over the food before them. Take their time. Take their time and really enjoy it. You know. Like what
Yikes.
if like you died, they ate you, and then you like they're all throwing up trying to like survive by eating your body. It's like I don't want to like make somebody miserable. I would hope that I've
At
eaten
least,
enough healthy foods that my my bone meat will be good. I don't
no,
know.
what you need to do is, like, drink a bunch of beer. Like, don't they, what cows do they do that to? What kind of there's like a kind of meat,
For
beef or whatever. Is it
oh,
wagyu? But where they like feed
deer
them a
meat.
bunch of beer and stuff, and like it's supposed to, I don't know. Anyways, maybe that's what you got to do.
Yeah, so go watch Society of the Snow, and then you can figure it out yourself if you'd eat somebody or not. I probably would, and I would
It was
expect somebody to
actually
eat
it
me.
was a good movie.
Yeah, I'm gonna check it out. That was funny. That was in my things. All right, couple more minutes left, and then we're gonna make sure we get back to this more frequently. I hope I said that last time, and then 4 months later we're recording.
We got
But
it.
let's do yeah, let's do a couple more things. Oh, would you change your name and what to? Let's do it quick.
Would I change my name? I just changed it back. I'm not about to change it to
No.
anything.
Your first name. Your first name.
I would change it to Helen,
Helen.
which is my
Like,
middle name, but
oh
I
yeah,
really
because
like
you're like a really big fan of Helen Keller.
it. Yeah.
Yeah. It's good, but people don't know that about you.
Okay.
No, Kristen actually hates Helen Keller. She couldn't stand the lady.
Standard.
All right, next one. Oh, me. I would probably change my name to like oh man, what's the dude's name? Porthos.
Porthos.
Yeah, like from the Musketeers, I'll be like Porthos Bender.
You want to be Porthos?
Yeah, say it again.
Sounds like Porthouse or like porta potty. Like
Just say Porthos. Hey, don't. Why make fun of my name?
Porthos.
All right,
Porthos.
Porthos and Helen. Here we go.
Porthos.
I'm
Like you
Porthos.
keep
I'm Helen,
saying
and this
it.
is accidental nonsense.
Has a nice ring.
It does have a nice ring. All right, what food could you not live without?
Food?
Yeah, a couple more rapid fire, and then we'll end this. Did you say it yet?
No, I'm thinking. What about you? Do you have an answer?
I probably can't live without apples and peanut butter.
I was gonna say like maybe like really good bread. I
I like
love
good
like
bread.
dipping bread in like oil and putting butter on it. Like I don't know. I'm a big
Ooh,
bread.
fancy. You're a bready,
I'm a big breadhead.
big breadhead. So you can't go. So Helen can't go without bread. Porthos can't go without apples and peanut butter.
hmm
All right. Name the one worst quality you cannot tolerate in a partner.
Um, like if they can't like understand me, like
Mm,
if they don't like take time, like it makes me want to bash my head against the wall when if I'm like trying to explain like something or like how I feel or something, and it's like I'm like, am I talking to a brick wall?
right. So
I
you
guess
just want people to listen.
maybe, or it's just like, or if I say, yeah, I guess that would be listening because it's like if I were to say something like mean something to me, I don't want to have to like say that again.
Yeah, you don't want to repeat yourself because then you're just wasting your time. You got to make it
You
count,
know,
you know?
like the you know how they talk about like love languages and stuff.
Hmm.
Like if I'm like, oh, you know, this thing like makes me feel loved or whatever. I don't want to have to like in a month or two like have to like remind someone that like, hey,
Right.
remember this is what makes me feel loved, not that. What about you?
I don't know. I mean, there's different things like obviously
Or if
like
they were like
smack
stinky.
smacking their food, but that's
Oh,
not
that's
really like that's not a quality though. That's more of just a mannerism. Or like smoking cigarettes or like vaping. I could never.
you gotta talk about like a
So
personality thing.
yeah, I'm getting there. You just wait a minute. So I would say like all those things coagulate into selfish. Someone who's selfish.
Okay.
Because I would want my needs to come before theirs all the time.
Yeah, me too.
All right, I got a couple more. All right, out of the negative emotions of greed, anger, jealousy, and hate, which one would you say affects you the most?
Either anger or jealousy.
Yeah, is that like does that mean like that's like what you struggle with the most?
I mean, probably. Like
Yeah,
if they
that's what I was saying. So I would say jealousy, and I think
either
mainly I
now
say
or in the future. Definitely
yeah,
anger or jealousy, which I feel like they kind of go hand in hand because I feel like they can go hand in hand.
yeah,
But
and I
because
would
if
say
I'm going to
jealous,
get jealous, I'm also going to get angry.
yeah, and then it's just like a vicious cycle. Yeah, I think for me, jealousy, just because like it's hard in like my line of work, and it's something I'm working on to not like get into the mode of like comparison, right? Because obviously anybody could get chosen for anything, and you could get placed anywhere, right? In what I do, and so it's just like it's hard not to compare, and I think that kind of comparison can sometimes lead to jealousy.
Mhm.
So that's mine. All right,
One
couple
more.
more. No, 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 wait, we got two more. All right.
Okay, two more.
Who is the one person you constantly creep on social media?
I think I creep on anyone right now.
No, you're not
Right.
creeping. You're not creeping right now.
I don't think I really. No.
Mine's definitely like Elon Musk or like Joe Rogan.
Really? Yeah,
I
I
like to see
don't
what's
think
happening. What are
there
they
has.
saying?
Yeah, I don't think there is anyone.
There probably is other people, but I'm not going to name names on here because that's just I don't need to be putting them on blast and letting them know I'm always watching.
Well, I want to know.
I'll
Who
tell
are you
you.
watching?
I'll
Are you
I'll
creeping
tell you
on me?
later. I'll tell
Do you
you
ever
later.
creep
No,
on
no,
me?
no,
Mm.
no.
All right.
Anyways, I'll tell you. I'll tell you later though. All right. But all right, next one. What would your best friend say is your best quality if you have a best friend?
If I have one. I don't have one. You know, they probably just say I'm like so funny and just a joy to be around.
Yeah, they would. They would say that.
Yeah, they would. I
No,
think
well,
I think I'm just they would just say I'm so chill and funny.
so the best. I would I would say I would say for me, I think they would say that I'm always reachable. Like I can always be reached. Like I'm quick to text back, I'm quick to answer a phone call, I'm quick to Marco Polo, I'm quick to all of it. You can reach me.
All right.
Yeah. All right. One
Has your
more
What would you pick for me?
for you. What your best quality? Because it's definitely not like arguing about driving in a car to Starbucks. We sat in a parking lot of the lake house for like 15 minutes because Kristen wouldn't get in the car to go to Starbucks.
You know what went through my mind? I said I wasn't gonna go unless I could drive because I knew I was gonna feel so sick and crappy. And David was just like, "Oh no, I'm gonna feel sick," and I was like, "I'll throw up," and you were like, "I'll throw up," and
I'll throw
neither
up.
of us have ever thrown up. But
No.
I stood outside that car, and David threatened to drive away, and I was like, "Fine, leave me." And what was going through my mind, I was literally like, "Dang, you are so stubborn."
You're stubborn.
I was like, man. And at some point, I was like, I can't ever get in the car now because I can't lose this fight.
Well, you know what's funny is like I was at the point where like I'm not gonna drive away because I wanted to win the fight. But no, but but it was like a good 15 minutes.
It was
Best
at least
quality.
20.
Best quality.
Determined.
Determined, very determined. Yep, that's it. You're determined. You're determined. Driven. That's a better word.
Naturally, I got to drive.
Literally, you got to drive. So, what creeps you out the most?
Um, Creeps.
Creeps, yeah, creeping on my
No,
Facebook.
sometimes, like if we're just thinking kind of figuratively, sort of, if it's like if I'm in a dark house or say I have to go to a dark basement or like I'm in the bathroom or something and I'm like looking down the hallway and it's dark, I always assume like something's there and
Yeah,
that creeps me out.
it's a new one for me because I never used to be this way because I used to be able to just like get into anything, and it's like deep water that I can't see the bottom. if I'm out in the deep ocean or like in the lake we were at, if I'm like out in it, I don't know why, but for some reason, like now in my mind, I'm like, this is creepy. Even though I know
Yeah.
there's nothing under there, but I'm like, what if there's a
Yeah.
squid?
Okay.
You
I mean,
know,
I'd be worried about sharks or something, but
in a lake?
sure, a squid. There's not gonna be a squid in a lake.
Those freshwater squids, you don't know. All right, next episode, we're going to answer the hot question that everybody's been trying to get us to answer for like at least 39 episodes now, but we're going to answer it next episode. And the question is now, we'll leave you on a cliffhanger. The question is, what is something you hate that everyone else loves? So you can look forward to that our next episode. We're not going to answer it now, but people have been
And just
asking.
so
You know
you
that?
know, Google says that no squid can tolerate fresh water.
Well, that's good
But
to know that.
the brief squid found in Chesapeake Bay is a notable partial exception in that it tolerates brackish water.
Reef squid. Well, I'm not scared of like squids, but it's kind of the reef beef. You said beef squid?
Brief.
Reef? How do you spell that?
So I guess it's not
I see it.
seawater.
Oh, that's
Water.
tiny.
I never knew what brackish water was, but it has more salinity than fresh water, but it's not seawater. So it's kind of like partial.
All right, here I'll share this so people know what we're. So this is actually
Yeah, brief squid.
it's not even that big, so that's not even that scary, but it does look kind. It looks kind of weird.
It's cute. All right. So just so you know,
That's like
chose, but okay.
I could definitely. I
Right,
didn't
get
choose
off
the picture. They're all the same.
Make this episode explicit.
We're gonna what?
Have to put the explicit sign on this episode.
Oh, you're
All
talking
right.
about that. I was thinking something different.
Oh,
I'm
text me.
just kidding. No, I'm just kidding. All right. Well, that was it. We'll be back. We'll try to record again here and get another episode pumped out quicker than 4 months. But if we don't, hopefully you enjoy this one until you see us again in 4 months. So, you got anything else to say? All right. Adios, everyone. Drive safe.